So was it a mistake? Is it an error? Is it failure? So I wanted to share with you So I'm going to share with you one of my big failures in life. And the reason why I'm sharing it with you is so that you can understand that even something that might be pretty big failure, pretty big mess up, it doesn't have to define the rest of your life. And what you can do is actually learn from it and move forward. So here's the story. When I was about 23 years old, I was living with my girlfriend, and we had been going out for about almost 5 years. And we decided that we didn't want to live in upstate New York anymore. And our goal was to go to Florida, where the weather was much nicer. There was some opportunity for me because, as a creative, as an artist, I wanted to get into Disney. So I thought, well, this would be a good opportunity for me to put my job application in there. So we moved out of our apartment. I put what little furniture I had in storage in my parents' house. We both quit our jobs. I sold my car, and we put what few things we felt we needed to get started on and in her car, and we drove to Florida. Well, we went to the Orlando area, and I found a motel that was pretty reasonable. And I worked out a deal with a guy who owned the motel to paint all of the rooms in exchange for living there. So that meant that we wouldn't have to spend money, obviously, which would be quite expensive if we were charged day and weekly rates at this motel. And I had a portfolio with me, which I took to Disney, and I actually got an appointment for a job interview. And so that's what I did. So there we go. We were all set up. And after a couple days, my girlfriend said, I hate Florida. She hated Florida after only a few days. And so, with much disappointment, I reluctantly had to tell the guy who owned the motel that the deal was off. And out of respect, I called the HR department at Disney, canceled my appointment. We wasted the rest of a little bit of cash that we had going to Disney World. We limped home at the end of the week, and I had no place to live. I had no automobile. I had no job. I had no money, but I did have a girlfriend. And after a short period of time, my girlfriend broke up with me, and she moved to Florida to live with her sister. So, what's the lesson? Oh my gosh. A huge failure, right? That was a failure for me. And the real lesson I think there is that when you understand your why and you understand what your goals are, and you have a commitment to yourself to create and live a fulfilling life, something that's going to really feed you and make you feel whole in your gut, you know it's what you should be doing. You need to follow that. You need to follow that for sure. So there was probably another option at that time besides throwing in the towel and moving home. And that's a lesson that I learned. I learned that at a young age because that was pretty devastating at the time. And it's something that I've used ever since, that I have been very willing to give up immediate gratification. And I have been pretty introspective in terms of what kinds of projects I would want to undertake and how I spend my time and my resources. It served me pretty well. So I have something here I want to show you. The life of an entrepreneur has a lot of ups and downs. You will make a lot of mistakes. You will have a lot of failures. And if you can get a good glimpse at this, there we go. The life of an entrepreneur. Okay, starting over here, we're having success, we are achieving, we're following our goals, and then we fail at something and crash. But the key is to learn. As I mentioned, my major failure in life I just described to you. And it's probably one of my only regrets in life, a pretty big regret that I didn't stay, and I could have taken advantage of that opportunity and built it into something pretty incredible. But you learn and you grow, and then you do again, and you keep going until the next time something happens, a disaster, a failure, something breaks. It could be something as simple as equipment breaking, it could be a financial crash, it could be a pandemic. We never know what it's going to be. We grow again and we do. So notice it's a zigzag, right? It's up and down, up and down. It's up and down. It's not a straight line. But one of the things that will happen is over time, the line, the zigzag, goes this way. Because as you accumulate knowledge and experience and continue growth, when you are doing, you will be progressing and achieving more and more and more. All right, pretty simple, right? But many people get overwhelmed by the mistakes and the failures. I think way too many people quit. Well, I hope this is some good information for you, something to think about. Failures are opportunities to excel. Hurdles and mistakes are simply your opportunity to learn, to be able to become a better person. So if you'd like to acquire some more skills, if you would like some knowledge and wisdom that will help you in your business and even in your life, I'd like to invite you to pick up my new book right here. This is the updated book, 10 Essential Superpowers, Fast Action Survival Guide. It's the coronavirus edition, and it is not hundreds of pages. I hope you connect with your why, and that will help you fuel all of the activities that you undertake. It'll help you fuel your superpowers. I have 10 essential superpowers that every entrepreneur needs to win, that every person can use, every professional, everybody who wants to live a more fulfilling life. They're great tools for you to be able to move forward. And the best part is the book is free. That's right. All you have to do is go to russthebigguy.com/contact. That's russthebigguy.com/contact. And there is a very simple form there. You just put your name and your email in there. No other strings attached. You don't have to put in a credit card or anything like that. It's legitimately free, and you'll be able to download that or read it right there in the window. Put your name and your email in there. Oh, and in the comments, just write free book, please. I'd like the free book, or please send me the 10 essential superpowers or something to that effect. All right, listen, I want you guys to keep at it, go boldly, and wash your hands.